Okay, welcome to Sleep Month. I'm chatting with Denise Drinkwalter. Denise, do you want to tell me a little bit about what you do and then let's tackle sleep?
Absolutely. I'm an empowerment life coach and I help women in their midlife years um, with life. I do a lot of work with women who have adult children and building that relationship back up because as children get older and become adults, our roles change and we don't know what that's supposed to look like, sound like, feel like. So there are ways and strategies we can work on to help you through that and manage that in a successful way for you as a woman and a mom as well.
Awesome. So, sleep. It's one of the biggies. It comes up time and time again in the Facebook group. I know from personal experience that when you get into a phase of not sleeping, it's horrible. I'm going to keep things simple. What are a few really simple tips that you can suggest for just breaking that cycle of not sleeping or starting to get better sleep?
I like to keep it simple and sweet, as you know, because everything can be so overwhelming. So if I give you a whole list, you're going to be going, where do I start? Which one's more important? Oh, I should try this, try this, try this. And then you can sometimes do none of it because it's too much. So here's what I have found that has actually worked for me. And that is something I've never tried before. And I was like, well, I have to do something because my mind and my body cannot stay still. So I do a body scan, which is literally I start at my toes and I flex them for 3 seconds and I relax them. So I touch base with everything in my body from my toes all the way up to my head. And then I like guided meditation. So I'll jump onto YouTube and I'll do a guided sleep meditation. And I find ones that I like. There are voices I like, there are voices I don't like. So I play around with it. That has been so helpful for me. And it doesn't mean that I need to do anything else other than just look after myself, tune into my body, tune into my thoughts, release what does not serve me. It is time for bed. And those are the two things that I love to do. And it really hones me into it's sleep time. It's time to relax. The day is done. Put it on the shelf. Tomorrow's a new one. And yeah, finding that right meditation on YouTube has been very helpful for me. Very helpful.
What you say about people's voices is so true because I used the Headspace app for a while, and the guy has a lovely voice. I think I can see everybody's voice is lovely to some people and really great to other people, doesn't it?
And some people might not want, like, I like a guided, but some people might just like music and sift into the music, right? And go into just an ebb state, right? Just flow through your sleep. Yeah.
Yeah. One thing that a lot of people find, and I know obviously given that you work a lot with women who are navigating the change in their relationship with adult children, a lot of people, that there's that sort of catastrophizing that goes on, that what if, and oh my god, and how do you help people to sort of move on from that, so that obviously if for someone who's been a mother for, let's say, 20 years, for the first 5 years of those 20 years they were absolutely right to be panicking about their child all the time. That's the basic survival thing. But by the time the child is 20, 25, 30, whatever, how do you help people to release that so that they can actually get back to sleeping?
So here's the thing. I love this question. This is a beautiful question. There are two things that we talk about. One is, how does this serve me? Is the question you need to ask yourself. If creating a plan of action that isn't even in reality going to be happening, or who knows, you're fantasizing about something that could be or could not be. Why are we putting energy into that? So you need to ask the question, how does this serve me? How does me thinking about my son falling out of a tree as he's doing his arborist work going to serve me? I'm talking about my situation, obviously, my son. Is it of service to me for me to worry about him going up that high every day? No. So don't bother putting time and energy into it, because all you're doing is digging a deeper hole for yourself. So it's not serving you, so you can release that. You can absolutely release that. It's a cycle that we put ourselves through so that our ego continues to take over. We need to quieten the ego and say, be in the here and now. So what do you need to think about here and now? What is important for now for you to sleep, right? In order for you to get that sleep, you can even think about, when I'm well rested, I will be my best me for everybody else and myself, right? Yeah.
And that's where actually your body is great, isn't it? Because it brings you into the now.
Yes.
You can't be concentrating on flexing your toes and then thinking about each muscle and be worrying about your son being up a tree. Your brain doesn't function like that.
Exactly. And so when the voice is louder about the tree problem, you're not going to do a service to yourself. And think about it. If you really want to be your best you for him, he wants you to be the best you for him too. And that means taking care of yourself. Because if you spend your energy worrying about him, you're not building your cup back up. And so when he really needs you, it's going to be too hard. So do the work for yourself now so you can be there when the need is, right? If the need ever becomes necessary, right? So when we look after ourselves first, which is so counterproductive to society, ourselves, like so counterproductive, that's why we get to do the work. Once we get to do the work, and it's not work, when you start tapping into your heart and your soul, it's no longer work, it's just natural. And when you do that, your world will change around you. It's incredible, the changes that happen for women that I work with. It's just, oh, incredible. And everybody around wins, including them.
Yeah. And that's what we want.
Always.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much, Denise.
You're welcome.